Hey, welcome back to another episode of Caffeinated CX, where we talk about CX and stuff. So, it is 6:38 in the evening on a Saturday. Here's my cup of coffee. And we're going to be talking about call center horror stories. And one in particular that always comes to mind. And I relay this story a lot to people, but never uncaffeinated CX. So, this story takes place about 20 years ago in a call center in Lewiston, Maine. I won't say the name of the call center because it went through like 8 name changes, but this one is about the bottle. In this call center, we had strict rules about breaks, and everyone was allotted 2 10-minute breaks and 1 half-hour meal break, which is standard. But the bathroom breaks would be taken out of your 10-minute breaks if you had to go whiz between your breaks. And lo and behold, there was one person who was out of attendance points. He had 1/4 of a point before he'd be fired. And attendance points were also calculated out of break time. So if you went 12 minutes on your break, you would get 1/4 of an attendance point. You get too many attendance points and you'd get fired. Normally an okay system. I like the point system for attendance, but this was a little extreme, even for me. So, what did this person do when he had to tinkle? He couldn't go to the bathroom. He was out of points. He was out of break time. It was towards the end of his shift, but not close enough where he could hold it in. Well, he had drank some water and he had a bottle on his desk. And it was pretty late at night. It was about 9 o'clock. His shift was over at 11. He had just gotten back from a break about 20 minutes before, and he didn't have any time. He used all 10 minutes of his break, and the calls were coming in back to back to back, even at 9 o'clock at night. Talk about some efficiency. But there was no way he could put a customer on hold and go tinkle. No. There was no way he could put himself on break and go tinkle because he'd get fired the next day. So, to everybody's horror and amusement, what did he do? He took that bottle, he took it out, and then he proceeded to urinate in the bottle. And it was loud. I was on floor support that night, so imagine me, minus the beard, plus the mohawk, walking around, and then I heard it. And then I heard some giggles. And then I heard, what the fuck, man, on the floor. So I had to go investigate. And what do I see but a grown man pissing into a bottle? And the thing is, yeah, a lot of people blame this guy. And in a sense, yeah, they're right to blame him. It wasn't anybody else's fault that he was out of attendance points. It wasn't anybody else's fault that he couldn't take that break and go to the bathroom, or was it? See, that's when I realized that you cannot manage off of a spreadsheet, especially when it comes to attendance. There's always going to be something that happens. And this something that happened. Well. This something was, one, gross. Two, in a row that had like 2 or 3 other people in it. 3, floor support, me, saw it happen. And it's not a sight I ever want to see again. I never want to see anyone pissing into a bottle at their desk in front of me. 1, there's this whole hygiene issue. 2, nobody wants to see that, man. Nobody wants to see that. Maybe your wife. I don't know. I don't know what you're into. But no. But here's the thing. It taught me that attendance points, there has to be some leniency towards them. If someone's about to piss their pants because they can't go to the bathroom because your draconian attendance laws are in effect and they'll get fired if they go, you need to rethink that entire system. So, yeah, needless to say, he got fired for pissing in a bottle, which he would have been fired for going anyway. And here's the thing. The people in the call center, the managers, the team leads, everything else, they had no control over that. That was all automated. That was all part of the client. But so it would have been out of their hands to fire the guy. So that sucks. And this never should have happened. And that's why things like that should never be automated. There's a lot of things that can be automated. That ain't one of them. So that's it. That's today's call center horror story. Have a good day and good night and all that jazz.